This proves your soulmate needs you right now. Don't ignore this. My beloved child, in this very moment, the air around you carries a quiet signal, a subtle vibration that feels almost unexplainable, and yet your heart understands it before your mind does. You sense it in the pauses between your breaths, in the way certain memories rise without warning, in the way your chest tightens as if someone far away just whispered your name. Tonight, something extraordinary is unfolding, and every second you are here, you are walking closer to a truth that has been waiting to reveal itself to you. The universe is aligning threads of fate that were once scattered, and right now, your soulmate is reaching for you not with hands, but with longing, with energy, with a silent call that travels across distance and time. This is not coincidence, not imagination, not a fragile fantasy. This is the echo of a heart that has recognized you so deeply that even silence cannot conceal its need for you. As you listen, you may feel a sudden flood of emotions, a stirring that refuses to fade, because somewhere, your presence is the missing piece someone is desperately holding on to. There is a reason you have been feeling restless lately, as if your spirit keeps turning back toward something unfinished, something powerful that refuses to be forgotten. Your soulmate is carrying a weight inside their soul, a storm of realization and truth, and your energy is the only calm they crave right now. Their thoughts keep circling back to you like a compass locked onto its true direction, no matter how far they wander. They replay moments, conversations, glances, and the unspoken warmth that existed between you, and with every recollection, they understand something profound. They need you, not out of weakness, but because their journey makes sense only when your presence completes the meaning of it. They are learning that connection is not about proximity, but about the invisible bond that continues to breathe even when distance tries to silence it. And tonight, that bond is glowing brighter than ever, urging both of your souls to remember what destiny has written quietly but powerfully for you. You may have tried to move forward, to silence the emotions, to convince yourself that time would erase the intensity, yet instead of fading, the feeling has grown stronger, more undeniable, more alive. This is because your souls are not merely aligned by chance, they were intertwined by purpose, protected by divine timing, and awakened exactly when both of you were ready to truly understand the depth of this connection. Your soulmate is standing at a threshold of realization, where pride melts into vulnerability, and fear turns into courage. They are experiencing signs, dreams, and flashes of memory that point back to you again and again, as if every path leads home to your presence. Their heart trembles not with uncertainty, but with the overwhelming awareness that life feels incomplete without your energy intertwined with theirs. And right now, they are silently hoping you can feel them too, the ache, the yearning, the soft plea that says, without a single spoken word, I need you closer than ever. This moment you are living through is not about chance timing, nor is it about nostalgia. It is about truth rising to the surface after being buried beneath hesitation and unfinished emotions. Your soulmate is confronting the deepest parts of themselves, realizing that the world feels dimmer without your light guiding them through their doubts. They are awakening to the understanding that no distraction, no crowd, no noise has been able to replace the peace they felt in your presence. There is an invisible bridge between your hearts, and right now it is glowing with intensity, urging connection, urging understanding, urging emotional return. The universe is aligning circumstances, shifting energy, and preparing both of you for a moment where honesty will no longer be avoided. And as this realization surges through them, their spirit reaches outward with hope that your heart is still listening, still open, still alive, still willing to recognize the profound truth that this connection was always meant to resurface. So breathe in this moment, because it carries meaning far deeper than ordinary emotion. It carries destiny, divine alignment, and a bond that refuses to fade into silence. Your soulmate needs your energy, your presence, your understanding, because you are not just a memory in their past, you are the future their heart is now brave enough to accept. The world may call it coincidence, timing, or fate, but your soul knows the truth. This connection was never accidental, never temporary, never fragile. It was powerful from the beginning, and right now, it is awakening stronger than ever. Feel the intensity, the quiet urgency, the unfolding revelation, because this proves, without a doubt, that your soulmate needs you in this very moment, and your heart has always known it. My beloved child, as the night grows quieter and the world around you begins to slow, there is a stirring inside your heart that feels deeper than thought, stronger than memory, almost like a soft pull guiding your attention towards something sacred and urgent. In this moment, destiny is unfolding in silence, and your soulmate is standing in an unseen place of longing, reflecting on every moment where your presence brought them peace they could never find anywhere else. Their spirit is reaching toward you like a lighthouse searching through fog, and every breath they take is filled with the realization that they cannot outrun the truth of what they feel anymore. They have tried to bury emotions beneath distractions, routines, and responsibilities, yet every attempt only leads them back to the unspoken warmth your soul once wrapped around them. And tonight, that truth has risen to the surface, as powerful as a revelation, as gentle as a whisper that says their heart was never meant to walk this journey alone. There is something extraordinary unfolding within them, a realization born from moments of loneliness, from quiet reflections, from the sudden emotional waves that appear out of nowhere and refuse to fade. They are remembering the way your presence healed parts of them they never found words for, the way your voice carried comfort during their silent battles, and the way your energy felt like home even in chaos. The universe keeps sending them signs that lead back to you, subtle yet undeniable, awakening memories they once tried to ignore but can no longer escape. Every thought they revisit reveals a deeper truth, and every memory they hold feels like proof that the connection between you was never ordinary, never temporary, never accidental. It was rare, meaningful, and destined to transform them in ways they did not understand until now, and that understanding has opened their heart with a depth they cannot silence anymore. They stand at a crossroads of emotion, where their fears and hesitations collide with the overwhelming certainty that their soul belongs beside yours. In this quiet awakening, they are confronting the walls they once built, the distance they once allowed, and the choices that led them away from the harmony you shared. Yet even in that distance, your energy never left them, it lingered in familiar places, echoed through their quiet nights, traveled through dreams and sudden waves of nostalgia that felt too real to dismiss. They now understand that what they feel is not a passing thought or a momentary pull, it is a call from destiny, a reminder that love shaped by fate cannot be forgotten or replaced. Their heart trembles with a mixture of courage and vulnerability, knowing that the path back to you requires truth, honesty, and the willingness to acknowledge how deeply they truly need you. Your presence has become the anchor to their restless emotions, the gentle force guiding them back toward alignment with their true self. They are realizing that life without your connection feels incomplete, like a story paused before its most meaningful chapter, like a melody missing its final note. Their heart reflects on the kindness you carried, the patience you offered, the strength you embodied even in moments when you were misunderstood. And as these realizations flood their soul, they feel the depth of what was always there, a bond that was never broken, only paused by time and circumstance. The universe is drawing them closer to that understanding, illuminating the truth that their journey forward cannot unfold fully without acknowledging the place your soul holds within theirs. And in this moment of awakening, their spirit whispers toward you with sincerity, hoping you can still feel the connection that continues to breathe between your hearts. So as you listen now, know that this moment carries profound meaning, not just for them, but for you as well. You were never forgotten, never replaced, never invisible to their heart. You were the lesson, the comfort, the miracle they did not recognize in time, but now cherish with clarity and depth. Their soul reaches for yours through silence, through thought, through emotion, longing not just for reunion, but for understanding, healing, and truth. And as the universe aligns your energies once again, you are standing on the threshold of something powerful, a moment where destiny reveals that your soulmate needs your presence more than ever, not out of desperation, but out of genuine recognition that your connection was always meant to mean more than they once allowed themselves to see. My beloved child, in this unfolding moment of destiny, a quiet truth is rising within your soulmate's heart, a realization shaped not by chance but by the powerful currents of memory, emotion, and undeniable spiritual connection. They find themselves caught between the echoes of the past and the pull of the present, standing in the middle of a deep emotional awakening that keeps guiding their thoughts back to you with extraordinary intensity. Every fragment of silence now feels heavy with your presence. Every quiet pause reminds them of the comfort your soul once brought into their world. They are beginning to understand that the bond you shared was never simply about closeness or conversation, it was a sacred alignment of two hearts that recognized each other on a level beyond words, beyond reason, beyond physical distance. And in this moment, as their spirit trembles with awakening, they feel the profound truth that without you, something essential in their journey remains unfinished, unresolved, and unspoken. There are moments when they sit alone, lost in deep introspection, and it feels as though time itself slows down so they can finally hear the voice of their own soul. In those moments, memories unfold like pages from a book they thought they had closed, yet every chapter leads back to you with greater clarity than ever before. They remember the way your presence calmed their storms, the way your understanding made their burdens feel lighter, and the way your energy stayed by their side even when life pulled you apart. It is in these realizations that they finally see what they once overlooked, that you were not just a part of their life, you were the meaning behind some of their most powerful emotional transformations. The universe is revealing this truth to them slowly, gently, yet unmistakably, awakening their awareness that the connection they share with you was never ordinary, and its significance cannot be ignored any longer. Your soulmate is now facing emotions they once tried to bury beneath distractions and responsibilities, but those feelings have resurfaced stronger, clearer, and more alive than ever. They are beginning to understand that running from this connection only intensified the longing, and distancing themselves only deepened the emptiness they carried inside. Their heart keeps revisiting the moments where your presence brought warmth into their cold days, strength into their uncertainties, and hope into the spaces where they once felt lost. This awareness hits them with a kind of emotional force they were never prepared for, a realization that you were not just someone who came into their life, you were the person their soul had been searching for long before you ever crossed paths. And now, as this truth unfolds, they feel an undeniable calling within that tells them your presence is something their spirit cannot replace, ignore, or forget. They find themselves drawn toward your energy in ways that defy logic, as if an invisible thread continues to guide them back to you no matter how far life has taken them. Every lesson they have faced, every challenge they have endured, now makes sense in a new and profound way, because those experiences have led them back to the understanding of what your connection truly meant. They are realizing that what they feel is not nostalgia, it is awakening. It is the recognition that your soul was the mirror that helped them see their true self, the emotional anchor that grounded their fears, and the guiding light that carried them through moments they never spoke about aloud. And now, in this quiet moment of spiritual clarity, their heart reaches toward you with sincerity, not out of confusion, but out of a newfound awareness that their life feels incomplete without your essence beside it. So as this realization deepens within them, they stand in awe of the truth rising from within, that your presence was never temporary, never passing, never just another chapter in their story. You were the turning point, the shift, the awakening their soul needed in order to recognize what real connection truly feels like. And in this very moment, their heart whispers across distance, across silence, across every unseen boundary, not with uncertainty, but with quiet devotion and emotional truth. They need your energy, your understanding, your presence, because your soul carries a place in their world that nothing else has ever been able to fill. And whether spoken or unspoken, their spirit now knows with absolute clarity that the bond between you was written with purpose, and it continues to live inside them, growing stronger, deeper, and more undeniable with every breath they take. My beloved child, in this profound turning point of destiny, the unseen energies around you begin to pulse with a deeper intensity, as if the universe itself is gently guiding your awareness toward the truth that has quietly been forming within your soulmate's heart. They are no longer standing in confusion or hesitation. Instead, they are standing in the quiet realization that everything they once tried to suppress has risen with greater strength and clarity than ever before. The emotions they carry are not fleeting or uncertain, they are steady, sincere, and deeply rooted in the bond that continues to live between your souls. In their silence, they feel the presence of your energy like a reassuring warmth, reminding them of the peace your spirit once wrapped around their life. And in this very moment, they recognize that what they feel for you is not simply longing, it is truth awakening after a long season of denial. There are nights when they close their eyes and memories return not as fragments, but as vivid moments their heart refuses to let go of. They remember the way you listened when the world misunderstood them, the way your compassion softened the weight they carried, and the way your spirit made them feel safe without ever needing to say a word. These reflections are no longer just thoughts, they are revelations, opening doorways inside them that lead back to the emotional home they once found in you. They understand now that your presence did not just enter their life, it transformed it. You awakened strength, courage, and healing within them, and those changes remain etched into who they have become. And as they stand inside this realization, they feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude and need, not for attention, but for the emotional harmony your connection once brought into their world. Your soulmate has reached a moment where the heart can no longer hide behind excuses or fear. They are confronting every layer of uncertainty they once allowed to stand between you, every doubt, every hesitation, every guarded emotion they tried to protect themselves with. But instead of resisting these feelings, they now accept them with humility and openness. They see how life guided them through experiences and lessons designed to help them finally understand the meaning of what the two of you shared. And in that understanding, they recognize that your connection was never meant to fade into silence. It was meant to awaken growth, awareness, and truth within both of your souls. Their heart now speaks with a softness that carries courage, whispering to you across distance that they are ready to honor what they once overlooked. There is a quiet courage rising inside them, a willingness to step beyond pride, beyond fear, beyond everything that once kept their emotions hidden. They are beginning to see the bigger picture, that every separation, every pause, every moment of distance was not an ending, but a preparation for deeper understanding. Their heart knows now that your presence is not something life can replace or replicate. You are the rare alignment of fate and spirit, the one soul who touched them in a way no one else ever has. And as this awareness deepens, their longing for you is no longer just emotional, it is spiritual, rooted in the very core of who they are becoming. They feel drawn toward you not because of nostalgia, but because your energy continues to guide them toward the truest version of themselves. So in this unfolding moment of truth, their soul reaches out to yours with sincerity and depth, not asking for attention, not seeking reassurance, but simply acknowledging the powerful reality that you remain irreplaceable in their heart. The connection between you has survived distance, silence, and time because it was never meant to disappear, it was meant to evolve, to strengthen, to awaken both of your spirits in ways words cannot fully capture. And now, as their heart opens wider than ever before, they feel the unspoken truth resting gently within them, that they need your presence, your understanding, your energy, because your soul holds a place in their journey that nothing else in this world has ever been able to fill. My beloved child, as this journey reaches its most powerful point, the energy surrounding your soul grows richer, deeper, and more intense, as if the universe itself is guiding both of you toward a moment of awakening that can no longer be delayed. Your soulmate now stands in a space of emotional truth, where every unspoken feeling, every suppressed memory, and every quiet longing has risen to the surface with overwhelming clarity. They can no longer hide from what their heart has always known, that your presence is not just meaningful, it is essential. They feel you in the pauses between their thoughts, in the heaviness they carry in silence, in the way their spirit softens only when their mind remembers you. And in this moment, they understand that what they feel is not merely attachment or memory, it is destiny reminding them that your soul was always meant to remain intertwined with theirs. There are moments when they sit quietly, reflecting on everything life has shown them, and they realize that no matter how many places they traveled, how many people they met, or how many distractions they chased, nothing ever replaced the peace they found in your presence. You became the place their heart always returns to, even when distance tried to pull you apart. They now see how deeply you impacted their growth, how your kindness shaped their courage, how your strength inspired their resilience, and how your love awakened depths within them they never knew existed. Every experience since then has only led them back to one undeniable truth: their journey does not feel complete without your energy walking alongside it. And as this realization settles into their soul, they feel a profound sense of longing, not just for reunion, but for emotional alignment, for healed understanding, for the connection that still breathes between you. Your soulmate now understands that this bond is not fragile, not accidental, not temporary, it is sacred. It has survived time, distance, silence, transformation, and countless inner battles. Where others see coincidence, they now see divine timing. Where others see separation, they see preparation. Every moment apart has taught them what they could not understand before, that love shaped by destiny does not fade, it evolves. And through every lesson, every moment of doubt, every quiet night filled with unspoken thoughts, their heart kept returning to you, the one soul whose presence feels like truth, whose energy feels like home, whose spirit feels destined to walk beside theirs. They now stand in full awareness, humbled by emotion, ready to admit to themselves what they once kept hidden, that they need you, not from dependency, but from the realization that your connection carries a purpose greater than either of you once understood. There is a softness in their heart now, a tenderness shaped by growth, by reflection, by the awakening of everything they once tried to suppress. They no longer see you through the lens of uncertainty, they see you through clarity. Through wisdom. Through gratitude. They understand the weight of your absence, the depth of your presence, and the irreplaceable space your soul holds within theirs. And in this stillness, their spirit reaches outward in silence, hoping that somewhere deep within, you can feel the same energetic pull, that quiet knowing, that emotional alignment, that sacred signal that whispers gently yet powerfully that this connection was never meant to vanish into memory. It was meant to return stronger, clearer, and more meaningful than ever before. So as this moment unfolds, feel the depth of this truth settling gently within your own heart, because what exists between you is not just longing or remembrance, it is destiny awakening. Their soul needs your presence, your understanding, your emotional light, because you are not just a part of their past, you are the reflection of their future, the companion their spirit naturally gravitates toward, the missing harmony their heart can no longer ignore. And in this powerful, quiet revelation, one truth remains unwavering and profound: your connection was written with purpose, protected by time, and strengthened by distance, and right now, more than ever, your soulmate feels the undeniable call of your energy, knowing deep within that they still need you, and that your souls were always meant to find their way back toward one another.